and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Now today I wanted to discuss a few SIHH pre-releases, as the Geneva Watch Fair is almost upon us and its main exhibitors are Richemont and a few smaller brands as well, including Ulysse Nardin, I believe AP, and some independents are going to be there as well. It's one of the two biggest watch shows of the year, along with Baselworld. Now, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing the Rolex Submariner 16610 pre-ceramic. Once again, hasn't been part of the rotation lately, so I figured I'd give it a spin. So today I wanted to discuss three watches which were announced pre-SIHH, which are making their debut at the show, and three watches which I think are going to be massively important for their respective brands. Now, the first one I want to talk about is the new Baume Et Mercier Clifton, specifically the GMT Power Reserve. The Clifton line is part of the renaissance of Baume Et Mercier, which I'm sure, as you guys have noticed, has taken a bit of a hit in recent years. Baume Et Mercier was the entry level into the Richemont luxury conglomerate, making great watches, usually with non-in-house movements, at a very fair price, focused very much on design and dressier pieces. Now, the Baume Et Mercier line hasn't been particularly popular the last decade, but the Clifton, which in my opinion is a great looking line, has been adding a little bit of oomph back to Baume Et Mercier's lineup. And this year's new Clifton is the GMT Power Reserve. I think if they keep focusing on this modern line of theirs, it could, shake some things up. And it's definitely very much important as part of the resurgence of the brand. This, of course, is an ETA piece. It's 42 millimeters, and it's got this gorgeous blue dial. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of blue dials. And, of course, it's going to be one of the more reasonable offerings at the SIHH fair. My guess is going to be around $3,000 to $4,000 US. Next up is another iconic line for a watchmaker, and we're talking about the new Girard Perregaux World Time. Now, Girard Perregaux's World Time is probably the watch they're most famous for, and it hasn't received an update in quite a few years, so I think it's right on time. Girard Perregaux, another struggling brand in the US market, but that is poised to make a huge return. This is a beautiful World Time watch, as you can see by the chapter ring, and what makes it unique is it has that double crown system so you can easily change the cities. This is a little bit more of a slimmed down World Timer, as most of the old Girard Perregaux offerings in this line were a little bit on the sporty side. However, this is definitely one of those pieces collectors love, and I think with the new look, the new proportions, and hopefully priced correctly, it should really make an impact on Girard Perregaux's sales. I actually really love this piece myself. It's fully in-house, it's very thin, it's a little bit different. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the double crown design, but I felt that way before the update as well. But I can definitely say at some point in my collection, I'm definitely going to own one of these pieces. And this is the Girard Perregaux World Time. And third on the list is a famous brand, but not a very famous line. And we're talking about the IWC Da Vinci. Now, IWC is one of Richemont's crown jewels, growing very, very quickly and opening boutiques all over the place by the looks of it. However, the Da Vinci line has really suffered as of late, and it's probably the least popular line in the brand. Now, IWC has kind of the strategy where every year they focus on one line. So last year was the Engineers and Aquatimers. The year before that was the Vintage collection. Then they redid the Pilots watches. So they do one at a time. And boy, the Da Vinci, which is the last one to get updated, is definitely due. These things couldn't be given away, but the new Da Vinci looks fantastic. It's a redesign, taken cues from the older Da Vinci from the 80s, and I think it looks fantastic with that unique lug system. The perpetual calendar chronograph is my particular favorite with that very unique moonphase, pictured right up here. But, you know, I think IWC, which is seen very much as a sporting watch brand, could definitely use this injection of dressier pieces. I mean, yes, they have the Portuguese and the Portuguese chrono, but the Portuguese perpetual is a very, very thick and large watch. I think this is a great way to add complication to the range at, you know, a smaller size. Not to mention they're making a 36mm Da Vinci moonphase for the ladies out there, a market IWC, you know, has seemed to shun in the past. So I think this is a fantastic move as well. And I think these three watches are definitely going to make a massive impact for their respective brands at this year's SIHH. But of course, the interesting stuff is going to come on Monday when we see all the new releases. SIHH runs from Monday to Friday, and we're going to see a bunch of cool releases by brands. These are just the pre-releases we know about. So hopefully we'll get a bunch of new models to shake things up. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around for another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you found the content useful. It really does help. And also, let me thank all my viewers for supporting me on, last video, the H. Moser video, and for leaving those wonderful comments on H. Moser's YouTube account. The CEO, Edouard Melan, actually reached out to me on Instagram thanking me. So as you guys see, these companies do read the comment section, and that is pretty awesome. But I didn't expect anything less from H. Moser. So thank you so much for your support on that. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much, and take care.